Happy Easter, everyone. Are you feeling Easterly today? Did you get an Easter basket? Did the Easter bunny come? Well, anyway, I've got my little friend here and I'm going to show her in a minute. And I decided to go ahead and name her Easter. She is the chick that I worked with her feet. And so I've got her out here with me. Hold on. I've been choked up all morning and I think it's just, I don't know. But got a little update. Lily is not improving any. She did get up to pee, and I was in there for that. So then she decided where she was going to lay the next time. And so then I surrounded her with all of her goodies and water. I might bring cider out today because I really need to get her bread, as much as I hate doing that to her back. But she wants out, and I think it will be okay. I think. And then when I move her out, I can let Raw loose and let those girls get bread. So that way, by Thursday or Friday, we'll have enough fertilized eggs to pull from the back and from cider. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Anyway, everybody's doing good but Lily and Cider and Tut. We also have another addition to our little family back here, and it is some sort of little gray bunting. I haven't looked up the bird yet. I have bird encyclopedias and the internet and everything, but I haven't looked and seen what exactly it is. But it is so tiny. It's not a wren. It is a bunting. It's a gray bunting, and it has like a mockingbird tail, which is like a scissor tail or um, one of those split tails. And it has the white so that when it flies, you can see that white flutter. And it's tiny and it's hurt. I've noticed it the past few days, hanging out real close and everything. Um, but yesterday I almost stepped on it, and the chickens know of it, so they're kind of running it around. But it seems to be injured in the head or neck area. So I need to go get my parakeet food to start these guys in a couple of weeks anyway. So I'm going to go get some parakeet food with the little itty bitty millets and the itty bitty tiny seeds. And I'm going to get that in the next day or two for that little bird. Matter of fact, I might go running today. I don't know. With Lily stuck in the barn, it gives me a little more leeway. So what an Easter it is. But first thing today, what I'm going to do is I've already got my eggs boiled for my deviled eggs. I'm going to make some devilish eggs. And I'm going to tell you a secret of my eggs. I boil my eggs, obviously, and I get them ready. When I get my yellows ready to start working, I put pepper juice, whether you use mild pepper rings or jalapeno. I use that first. I get it a good consistency with that first. Then I add a little mustard, and I try to use as least bit of mayonnaise as I can. At the very end, I whip it with a little bit of mayonnaise just to give it a little more cream in my filling for my deviled eggs. I also add minced onion, minced cilantro, and minced peppers, and put that in there. I also add just a tiny bit of hot sauce into my yellows as well. And when I make my deviled eggs, they are certainly very devilish. Obviously I top them with a little bit of paprika, but I also use a little bit of ground pepper. So deviled eggs are a big time thing here today. So I'm going to make those up, get those out of the way. I'm also going to do some sort of egg bake. I have croissant dough, and I was thinking about going ahead and making a croissant quiche. I also have my croissant bread. I want to do some French toast. I'm going to make up a bunch of food, and it's going to be also where I can share it with a neighbor, so he can have a little bit of Easter later on. He normally don't eat in the morning or afternoon. He eats in the evening. So we'll give him some French toast, some egg bake, and some deviled eggs, and he'll be fine. I thought about doing the baked beans and all of that, but I was like, you know what? We'll have our brunch and then we'll just nibble on that. We've got plenty of other things to do. We have a charcuterie board. So really busy here. But this Easter versus last Easter, the day fell on the same day that the LGBTQ have their day. And the white Christian nationalist and MAGA really had a problem with that. Well, guess what? Our um, vice president kind of got a lecture from the Vatican, and he needed that. And you know what this arrogant piece of crap said? Well, I'm a new Christian. I don't know. If you have morals, values, empathy for anybody or anything, you don't need religion to tell you that. Isn't that what common sense is about? You hear all this, well, it's all about common sense and it's about common sense. Well, wouldn't common sense tell you that you need to treat people well? This administration does not treat people well. They have lied. They're continuing to lie. Even with the picture of the immigrants' hand that we're trying to get back here, which we should get them all back to make certain that they all are who they say they are, they doctored a picture of this man's hand and showed it as truth. About the tattoos and the M, whatever. These people are corrupt and they're imploding within themselves because one's corruption is a little more than the other. But let's get back to J.D. Vance and the Vatican. It's very similar to when the bishop spoke out for, compassion to the Trump administration with migrants and such. And people wanted to deport her, imprison her. This is starting to become very serious because when we start putting people in prison because they don't agree with the president, that's where we have problems. And if you really want to look at it, look at the protests yesterday. I was so proud of Cincinnati and so many others, but I am from the Cincinnati area, and it was really nice to see Cincinnati finally step up, and I was very happy about that. Protest if you can, speak out if you can, because this is no way for our country to be. No matter what you think about, oh gosh, the conspiracies, it's so hard to get into the minds of those that are so mind melted with conspiracies from QAnon and all other crap and MT Rex and all of these idiots. Laura Lunar. She's loony. Laura Looney. I mean, they say things that are so untrue, and you all just follow it. But happy Easter, y'all. Y'all want to meet Easter? I need to get out of here and get her warmed back up. She did get warm, though. Look here. There her is. There her is. Say good morning and happy Easter. My name is Easter. Yeah, she's getting cold. So I need to get her back in, and I need to go back and work with Lily a little bit more today. But I am getting ready to go start cooking, which means I have to do all my dishes. You all have a great day. Hugs from a distance. Happy Easter. Say happy Easter. You're so pretty. You want to pick me? What are we doing? Bye, y'all.